Hello, everyone. I'm Jamie Price. As we approach the summer solstice and move into the third quarter of 25, which is mind boggling, I was guided to do the Cosmic Consciousness Ascension deck reading just a little differently. So, for this specific reading, I was guided to choose two cards, and the first one would represent our masculine energetic, and the second one, our feminine energetic. Of course, I don't mean gender. We are all created with equal energetic of masculine and feminine, or the broader principle of electromagnetic energy, or in physical, one sperm, one egg. We begin with that connected duality, two sides of one coin, and then each moment manifests with a unique blend of that. Your masculine energetic is your direct, externalized action, your movement forward. Your feminine energetic is your connective, internalized nurturance of the mysterious potentials. And these two energies are the full flow of creation. And in this year of the conduit, we are deepening our understanding of our creative flow and clarifying our potential or expanding our potential. When we're in the midst of creating, a moment might be predominantly energetically masculine or feminine in our approach to it. But when we're balanced, we're always interacting from both of those overall. The first card, it's the Orions. And this suit focuses on releasing, which is an important energy. It's like the exhale of a breath. You need to exhale to survive just as much as you need to inhale. That's that masculine, feminine, energetic balance. Sometimes the Orion cards focus on the extreme of an issue, but it may apply to a lighter part of that spectrum for you. So the first card is for releasing addiction. Addiction can come in many ways. It could be an obvious addiction like alcohol or drugs, but we can have other addictions that aren't as obvious, like addiction to victimhood, chaos, attention. There are physical, mental, or emotional addictions. And as the booklet says, addiction creates separation. And that separation starts within the self, separating you from empowered choice, then separating you from others. And generally, there's some sense of shame, or sometimes it's fear, resistance, trauma. Addiction is anything that separates you in unhealthy ways and creates compulsion rather than lack of choice. Could be avoidance. And whenever you're not in that flow of empowered choice, you're in resistance rather than empowerment. Immediately when I pulled this card, I was shown mental addiction. So that's also something to look at, especially if physical or emotional addictions don't apply. Similar to the June energies, that what can you release that's not serving your highest good of your creation moving? The intention in the booklet for this card is I inherently deserve love and I am supported to change. The love melts shame. It nurtures fear and empowers you through the constant change in the physical realm. Flexibility with change is important, and addiction stifles change. So, releasing addiction means you're releasing a fear of change, avoidance, shame of who you are, lack of deserving, anything that's coming up that feels like it's not empowering. Releasing addiction opens you to change. And another word for change is creativity or improvement. And this is an important energy to release. And this card is representing the masculine energetic. So Just observe yourself, even if you're not framing it from the word addiction, because remember, those Orions will often focus the extreme for us to apply it in the ways that apply to you. So observe yourself for any physical behaviors, emotional resistance, or mental patterns that are causing a lack of creativity, a lack of action, or a lack of change in your life. Those are those masculine energetics. Now, the next card represents our feminine energetic. So it will mainly apply to your connective inner realm. And it's a Lyran card. And this suit focuses on awareness, which is great for that inner focus, especially as we're releasing any kind of mental addictions or patterns. The card is Universal Flow. This is such a perfect card because awareness begins changing your frequency, and releasing mental addictions opens a new resonance of cosmic connection. And I loved that the booklet pointed out that you are powerful, most especially when you're neutral, when you're balanced, when you're in that space of utilizing the masculine and the feminine energetic. Is it a time for action or not? Is it a time for nurturing my inner realm? Especially when you're neutral, you're incredibly powerful. And the universe or life is always responding to you because you're life in human form. Just like your body responds to the needs of your cells. Ascension is about universal flow becoming more conscious and more available to us because our consciousness aligns us with an interactive resonance. You first notice this usually by more intuitive flow, synchronicities, gifts of healing, channeling, lucid dreaming, etc. But this is a constant that is continuing to open. And this is why we want to be aware of our masculine, feminine, energetic balance, because your feminine energetic nurtures your universal flow, and your masculine energetic anchors that here. I love the intention in the booklet. I flow easily with the natural improvement of life. This reinforces your understanding of how cherished you are by life, that you matter. It releases the energy of addiction or fear of change, unhealthy patterns, resistance to love. Your universal flow reminds you that you are timeless. You're infinite. You're part of something larger. You're part of a brilliant system of life. You are immersed in love, the binding force of life, as Ariane, the Lyran Council of Time, puts it. These are really important times of change that we're in. They aren't always easy, but this card supports you to embrace yourself, to embrace life, and to be open to the natural expansion that's your birthright, because you were born deserving love. You were born deserving that universal flow and that connection and that creativity that a lack of addiction or unhealthy patterns allows you to have. That addiction keeps you from that universal flow of feeling that energy of being connected into something broader. So as we bring the cards up in just a moment, feel into what the light language is releasing and activating through your higher self. Imagine your balance of masculine and feminine energetic, which means you're using that full flow of creation. When to take action, when not to, what new potentials are shaping in the present moment with your actions, the masculine energetic, and your inner actions, your feminine energetic. what patterns of addiction or avoidance are calling you to shift as you open to more universal flow. So take a nice, relaxing breath and enjoy the written light language.